The investigation into embezzlement in Croatia's public motorway management company, HAC, is proceeding apace. Zdravko Livakovic and Milivoj Mikulic, former state secretaries under former transport minister Božidar Kalmeta, who were arrested yesterday, are being questioned by prosecutors today. Besides Livakovic, two top managers from the construction firm Viaduct were also arrested, as was Stjepko Boban, a former director of the Croatian roads company and the former CEO of HAC. These arrests followed on the heels of testimony given by Josip Sapunar, the former chief financial officer of HAC, who allegedly admitted to acting as an intermediary in the embezzlement of 3 million euros from the company, in which both Livakovic and Mikulic were apparently involved. The Croatian Parliament's Committee on the Constitution has decided that the referendum on establishing the legal definition of marriage as a bond between a man and a woman will be held on December 1st. However, the committee decided that the referendum results will have to be ratified by a two-thirds majority of Parliament, which drew protests from both opposition MPs and non-governmental organizations. A representative of the election monitoring group known as GONG pointed out that preventing a referendum decision from automatically becoming a constitutional provision is in fact unconstitutional, noting that this decision could precipitate a constitutional crisis. A four-day conference of the International Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Trans, and Intersex Association, or ILGA, began in Zagreb today. Participants have been apprised of the pending referendum on the definition of marriage to be held in Croatia, which will impact local same-sex couples. Croatian Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Vesna Pusic addressed the conference, stressing her belief that questions concerning minority rights should never be decided by referendums, since these by definition are rooted in the will of the majority. The Croatian government has submitted to Parliament a bill on consumer loans which is intended to ease the financial burden on citizens who have loans pegged to a foreign currency such as the Swiss franc by providing a more advantageous computation of interest. Under these new regulations, the finance minister would issue rules that thoroughly define fees and better inform citizens of the risks involved in retail borrowing. This legislative proposal has provoked sharp protests from the banking sector. Just ahead of a session of the Zagreb City Council this morning, representatives of the trade unions and the city utility companies held a protest in front of the council building to express dissatisfaction with the announced privatization of some of these companies. Union leaders expressed concerns over job security and the fulfillment of the commitments these utilities have to citizens. Meanwhile, Mayor Milan Bandic waved aside such concerns, saying that the city government has to finish the task it has started. And taking a quick look at sports, in Continental Hockey League action last night, Zagreb's Medveščak lost to Russian team Torpedo from Nizhny Novgorod 1-2 after the match went into overtime. After this loss, Medveščak has fallen to 8th place in the league's Western Conference. At the World Boxing Championships being held in Kazakhstan, two Croatian boxers were halted in the quarterfinals. Filip Hrgović lost to Italian Roberto Camarel in the super heavyweight category, while Marko Čalić lost to another Italian, Clement Russo, in the heavyweight category. And finally, the weather forecast for the rest of the day. Skies will be mostly clear and sunny in the eastern and southern regions, and more overcast in the west. There is a slight chance of light rainfall in Istria in the wider area around the coastal city of Rijeka. Moderate Sirocco winds will hit the Adriatic coast, with strong winds blowing on the open seas. The sea will be slightly to moderately choppy. Water temperatures will range from 18 to 22 degrees Celsius, and visibility will be generally good. Today's high air temperatures will generally range from 20 to 25 degrees Celsius.